Thank you, Minister. Deputy Terence Flanagan has the next question. Number 10.
Thank you, Alaskan Corley. It's just to ask the Minister in relation to his assessment on job creation in Dublin as to the number of new jobs that have been created. If you can particularly emphasise how many new jobs are being created for graduates, and is that figure in line with his targets?
Yeah, a key objective of the Action Plan for Jobs process, which this government commenced in 2012, was to rebuild our economy based on enterprise, entrepreneurship, talent and innovation, and provide a solid foundation for future growth. The goal of this government has been to replace all the jobs lost during the economic crisis and deliver sustainable full employment by the end of 2018. This whole-of-government effort has been integrated into the Action Plan for Jobs process, which aims to strengthen the enterprise base, support entrepreneurship, improve competitiveness and support job creation in Dublin and in every region. Significant progress has been made in Dublin. Since the Action Plan for Jobs was launched, 50,000 additional people are back at work in Dublin. This compares with job losses of 90,000 in the period 2008 to 2011. The trend in employment in enterprises supported by IDA and Enterprise Ireland have been similar. Such enterprises created a net 20,000 jobs in 2011 to 2014 compared to 10,000 job losses in the earlier period. In the past year, net employment growth in Dublin was 15,400. This was expansion in all categories of enterprise supported by my department. 3,700 in IDA supported enterprises, 2,350 in EI supported enterprises and 793 in LEO supported enterprises. While good progress is being made, the government is not complacent about the challenge of achieving sustainable full employment over the medium term in all regions, including Dublin. As part of the 2015 Action Plan for Jobs, we launched the process of developing action plans for every region, and the work on the preparation of the Dublin Action Plan for Jobs is currently underway and will set ambitious targets for the regions over the coming years to realise the potential of sustainable full employment. The Deputy also raised the employment experience of graduates. I don't think the CSO collect data on the net change, but certainly in terms of the ones on which we have visibility, like IDA and Enterprise Ireland, there is a significant share of graduates obtaining opportunities in those companies, and there is, there's a high skill content in most of the growth in those sectors. So there are good opportunities for graduates, particularly those who are in the technology, engineering, mathematics field, where there's very strong performance in both pharma and ICT sectors.
Thank you, Minister. Deputy Terence Flanagan.
Yeah, just to thank the Minister. I suppose the whole issue of retaining nurses and doctors, particularly graduates, has been a major issue of concern, I think, in this country, where we lost a lot to the UK and to other countries. What emphasis is there, I suppose, to ensure that after people spending so many years studying in this country, that they actually have the opportunity? And I mean, we're hearing a lot, I suppose, from graduates that they've no option but to emigrate, that the opportunity wasn't there. And I know as the economy starts to pick up, more opportunities will arise there, particularly for graduates. But the emigration figures show that 1 in 6 people born in Ireland is living abroad, and many of these are probably living abroad through choice as well. But there are some people who want to return home, and they just don't see those opportunities there at the moment. And I know it is a narrative of yours, Minister, that you're trying to create opportunities to get some of our people who have emigrated, particularly in recent years, to get them to come back here to Ireland and to contribute to Ireland. So just is there anything specific that you're doing in that particular area?
Minister?
Well, on the second question, we will be opening a portal to allow individuals who are abroad see where there are opportunities emerging in Ireland. And there are very strong growth in ICT, financial services, biopharma. Several sectors are growing very strongly. The food sector, as you know, is doing extraordinarily well. Kerry recently filled out 900 posts in its research centre. So there are thriving and strong opportunities, and there is a sign that there's a beginning of a return flow to Ireland. Net emigration is down to 1/3 of what it was at its peak, so we are making headway. I understand in respect of nurses and doctors, obviously that's not in my direct area, but I have seen the Minister for Health quote a figure that there are 3,000 additional people at work in our hospitals compared to 1 year ago. So there is there are opportunities opening for doctors and nurses in the health system. And as we continue to see jobs recovery in the wider economy, it allows us fund the improved services in areas like health that offer opportunities in those fields as well.
Thank you, Deputy Flanagan.
Yeah.